Alrighty, guys, we're back for Selesnya Chocobos, and this is a Final Fantasy Standard brew, and I'm Red Cat. Let's briefly go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked. We have all four Traveling Chocobo, 3 mana, 3/2 bird. Now, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library. Cool. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Awesome stuff. So, of course, that includes landfall abilities. So, pairing Traveling Chocobo with something like Sazh's Chocobo ought to be pretty good. It's a 1 green mana 0/1. Whenever a land you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Not bad stuff. How about Sidequest? Raise a Chocobo. 2 mana enchantment. When it enters, you create a 2/2 green bird creature token with. Whenever a land you control enters, this token gets +1/+0. Also on this card, at the beginning of your first main phase, if you control 4 or more birds, transform this enchantment. Now, first of all, I don't think it's going to be unheard of in here at all to actually have 4 or more birds on the board. Anyways, it transforms into Black Chocobo, which is a 2/2 bird. When it transforms, search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, and then it also has a landfall ability. Whenever a land you control enters, birds you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Really cool stuff. Now, raise a Chocobo is not the only way to actually generate those 2/2 tokens. We actually have a Gysahl Greens in here as a 2 of. So it's a 2 mana. It generates that 2/2 a birdie, and it also has a flashback for 6 and a green, which is pretty steep, but it's on the card, so it might actually happen sometimes. Now, we do have some creatures in here that aren't birdies. How about Valley Questcaller? This ought to do the thing. 2 mana, 2/3, a rabbit warrior. Whenever one or more other rabbits, bats, birds, and or mice you control enter, scry 1. Other rabbits, bats, birds, and mice you control get +1/+1. Yeah, it should be decent, honestly. How about some removal packed in, all 4 sheltered by ghosts? This should do the thing and do it well. Honestly, it's going to be absolutely necessary to see Sheltered by Ghosts in some matchups. So, can we play 8 of them? No. I wish we could. We have a couple hard-hitting questions, though, for some more removal. I think hard-hitting question will be pretty good in here. We have 4 Healer's Hawk for some more birdies. It's just a 1 mana, 1/1 flying lifelink bird, and that's all it has to be, honestly. We have 3 Ambrosia Whiteheart. This is a 2 mana 2/2 legendary creature. It has flash, and when it enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. So permanent, you could totally bounce a land, then play the land again next turn, get your landfall abilities. That's nice. But there's going to be moments too where you just bounce like the side quest and then recast side quest for more tokens. That also seems pretty good. Then also on Ambrosia here, whenever a land you control enters, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. So the same as the other token chocobos as well. More birdies packed in. We have a couple Shrike Force. 3 mana 1/3 flying double strike vigilance. Is this a janky pick, guys? I really like all the keyword abilities on here, and it's a bird, so it's a bird that we wouldn't mind stacking like a Sheltered by Ghosts on top of or something, and then also boosting with Valley Questcaller and all that other fun stuff. Yeah, we'll see if it does the thing, huh? Do have some top end. We have Sazh Katzroy. This is a 4 mana 3/3 legendary creature. When Sazh enters, you may search your library for a bird or a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Whenever Sazh attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then double the number of +1/+1 counters on that creature. Okay, so obviously pairing really well with the Sazh's Chocobo. Here on the top end, we have Bartz and Boko as a 2 of. It should honestly probably be a 3 of, but I don't have the third one, and I don't think the third one's going to be worth the craft for me. Not right now, at least. At some point, I'll pull the third out of a pack, and I'll be very happy about that. But until then, 2 is hopefully fine. 5 mana, 4/3, legendary creature. Affinity for birds is wild, dude. So when Bartz and Boko enters, each other bird you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent control. So kind of more removal, but just on a 4/3 body. That seems decent, man. I like that. Now, it is each other bird, so it doesn't include Bartz and Boko, so it does rely on you having other birds like actually survive. But that's another thing where Sheltered by Ghost comes into play, right? That ward too is ridiculous. Okay, in the mana base, guys, we got an even split between plains and forests. We got early lands with Hushwood Verge and Thicket. We have a couple Cavern of Souls, of course, calling Birdie more often than not. And we have all 4 Fabled Passage pairing beautifully with all the landfall abilities. There's the split for anybody interested, very close to a 50% split. Nothing in the honorable mentions, guys. I do think we could have packed this sideboard full of honorable mentions, but just nothing this time. Let me know, at the very least, what should have made the cut as an honorable mention? Let me know in the comments. Either way, I do my dandiest to save the more in-depth discussion for the end of the video, so look forward to that. In the meantime, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked, see how we do. All right. Right into that first game, it looks like. What am I expecting from the build? I'm expecting fun. Darn it. Let's play with some chocobos. But realistically, this could go either way. It really could. But I'd say it's probably closer to a 50% win rate style deck list, right? It may be a little bit less, probably towards the janky side. First of all, really like this starting hand, so we're keeping this. Wow. Really good curve. All right. Cavern. We don't want to play Cavern right now unless we want to call Rabbit, which we don't want to do. So, Plains. Valley Questcaller. It's a good curve, dude. It's a really good curve. Holy cow. We might actually call, like, Human, just to make it so that way Sazh doesn't get countered. But it looks like it's just going to be Quarry Steelcutter anyways, so we probably don't have to worry about a counterspell. I'm going to curve right into the Shrike Force, and I hope that's fine. I'll still save the Cavern just in case. We want to do Plains before combat, of course. Yeah, the other Sazh's Chocobo is actually pretty good, but curving out into our 3-drop. We don't need more mana, we'll send that. Boy, I bring this up all the time. Never underestimate the power of scrying. Even in aggro builds, boy, does it come in handy. All right, Core Steel Cutter into a free Slickshot Show-Off. And luckily, a Shrike Force blocks really, really well. Wow, good game, opponent. I mean, I would have loved to play it out, but it's like I said, we curved so well. Shrike Force getting the boost from Valley Questcaller, being a 2/4 double strike. Blocks the Slickshot Show-Off and the Monk just really well. No trades, right? Just completely obliterates their creatures. Next turn, we were about to curve into the Sazh, grab a good birdie from the build, right? Also the Sazh's Chocobo going up to a 4/5 there after we play the Cavern too. Now, Sazh doesn't have haste or anything fancy, but once we were able to attack with Sazh, I think we would have put that +1/+1 counter on the Shrike Force, right? Because of the double strike in the air, it's just crazy. Now, they probably would have chumped with Slickshot Show-Off or something, but good stuff, man. That was good. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. Oh, guys, I don't think I brought this up when I went over the list. Did I? No, I meant to. I was thinking about it. Did I? I have no idea. Anyways, I almost went Bant with the list, but I figured we'd try Selesnya first and then decide if does the list actually need blue, because there's a Bant Chocobo that we could try out sometime too. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in a Bant version of the list. Maybe I'll put that together and count it as a comment suggestion. Okay, these have been good hands, man. I really like seeing Sheltered by Ghost. There's almost like no scenario where Sheltered by Ghost just doesn't do the thing. So we'll see, we'll see. I think I'm going to keep Questcaller as a surprise after we get the Gysahl Greens down. The Cacophony Scamp. We might want to pick that up, honestly. Nah. I'm gonna go Greed We're going to go for the swing. We're going to get the greens down. Yeah, we'll be fine. We're totally fine. Now, when the scamp gets through, if they sacrifice it to pop one of our creatures, at least that's damage that's not hitting our face. We're going to let it go. Even if we block, it could be a monstrous rage. Looks like they are going to take out the healer hawk here. I'm like, we don't know what's in their hand, but I'm pretty sure that's worthwhile for us, right? I'm pretty sure that's good news. Slick shot show off. Sazh. Cool. Yeah. Right, so I'm still going to save Cavern until we need it, and they don't have blue or anything, so we'll just play the plains, boost our Chocobo, Valley Questcaller, boost our Chocobo, swing for 4. Not bad. All right, let's see. See what the opponent can pull off on this turn here, because removing Questcaller, like going Slick Shot Show Off, Lightning Strike onto Questcaller, and still like Monstrous Rage onto Show Off would be a crazy turn for them. Heartfire Hero. Yeah, that's going under the Sheltered by Ghost probably, right? Now they could still go Slick Shot Show Off and maybe like a, what's it called? A Felonious Rage? No, they just pass it back, guys. So that's actually pretty bad news. What that means is it's probably an open Lightning Strike. I can imagine. I might just establish the Sazh. We're still at 20. We don't have to worry about the Sheltered by Ghosts. They don't have a blue source, so I am going to call Bird. Yeah, they might just want a really good block here. It might not be a Lightning Strike. They might want us to full swing, then they block into it or something. Yeah, let's swing with our Chocobo. If it is a really good block for them, it's better than a really good swing, right? And we might just squeeze 4 through. We sure do, down to 11. Let's see about establishing the Sazh. Now, whatever we grab, we want to make sure we can actually play Sheltered by Ghost next turn, too. So we might just grab a 2-mana birdie. Although Bartz and Boko could be pretty good. We only got 1 bird on the board, so it's still a 4-mana card. We'd rather pick up their creatures with the Sheltered by Ghost anyways. And of course, Traveling Chocobo is like the best thing, but there's no guarantee that we see our 5th mana off the top. So Ambrosia is the other choice. Which also isn't like... Okay, I guess we'll grab Traveling Chocobo. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, that's definitely the best grab. Because if we establish it, even if we don't draw mana, we could see an untapped source on the top with the Chocobo, the Traveling Chocobo, and still play the untapped source Sheltered by Ghost, right? So, yeah. They do play Slick Shot Show Off. Guys, I guess technically we could die this turn, so we have to take our blocks very seriously. Felonious Rage, give haste to the Cacophony Scamp, and 2 more cards in hand. Right, yeah, we could die easily here. We shouldn't double block though, right? 6 getting through. Sacrifice Scamp. Hero damage still gets through after a Monstrous Rage. Trample gets through 2. 4, and then an extra 2 on the Slick Shot Show Off. Crap, guys. Crap. If it's 2 cards that actually do something, then we're super dead. Because Rakdos Fling, this definitely has Callous Sellsword. So we're forced into a full block, and it's a really bad full block for us. Let's see. Let's see. Usually I take the risky route, and it doesn't really pay off when you're against Fling, because they usually just really have it. Well, it's not trample damage getting through, but it is 4 damage from the death on the Heartfire hero. Also, anything they play boosts the show off. So if it is going to be Fling and they want to throw the show off, Scamp and Hero die doing 7 to us. Then we take 5 in the air. And then 7 from a Callous Sellsword when they throw the Slickshot Show Off. Putting us down to 1. No, it's going to be a monstrous rage. Oh, holy cow, dude. Down to 9, taking 7. No, we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Oh, holy cow. Well, crap, man. There you go. The full blocks didn't even matter. It's like I said, it's really hard to like not block there or take the risky route because Rakdos Fling really knows how to push an incredible amount of damage through all in one turn, especially when they had so much mana too. Right here in hand, sheltered by ghosts, guys. I should have went for it right onto the hero. Instead, I went Sazh. You think you have a turn, but you don't sometimes. Sheltered by Ghost should have come down for sure, but that's all in hindsight. It's really hard to tell that the opponent's going to do 21 damage to you even when you have 2-3 toughness blockers, you know? But haste onto Scamp was essential for them, so Felonious Rage was really good. Then a second Felonious Rage plus the Monstrous Rage were their last 2 cards. I mean, wow. Well, I mean, hey, it's not always going to line up that well for the opponent, right? And actually, I was pretty convinced. I was feeling pretty good there, especially with the Sheltered by Ghost in hand. Oh, the hands have been good. Yeah. I really like the hands, man. This is good stuff. So what I'm thinking is turn 1, Sazh's Chocobo, turn 2, Sidequest. And then we'll go for Ambrosia, bounce the Sidequest. Oh, cool. Dragonfire Blade. That's cool. Valley Questcaller, we can save as a little bit of a surprise. Okay, call Birdie. They're tapped out. I'm just going to play the side quest now. More birdies. Go, 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 go. Chainsaw. No. How dare you take a chainsaw to a chocobo? That's too brutal, man. Oh, no. Hey, at least it wasn't on the Shrike Force, right? Only in Magic the Gathering, let me tell you what. Opponent's tapped out again, guys. I'm playing my cards main phase 1. Whenever I can, that's what I like to do. I know it's not good practice, I know. But I'm a hasty player. I like dropping the cards. Thran Portal. Lightning. That doesn't have haste, thank goodness. Well, we really need some removal now. This is a problem. It's a big problem. I don't know what I want to do with that yet. First Strike, Trample, Lifelink. We can't even swing on the ground successfully, right? Even if we boost with the Quest Caller. I'm thinking opponent, 1 second. Another side quest Chocobo. We have a... We have a block with the Shrike Force if they don't remove it, but it could just be easy removal for the opponent. So I wonder if it's okay. I wonder if it's okay to swing. And but we could die. This is another one of those games where we could just die. See, the 5/3 swinging on the ground would be really cool, but the first strike, huh? So I'm going to save the Ambrosia. We are going to try to swing. Oh, guys, yeah, Vigilance, too. Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah, maybe we can... Oh, man, Vigilance. Yeah, I was completely overlooking that. Okay. Nice. We have 3 birds on the board. Yep. Ambrosia. bounce the side quest, play double side quest next turn for extra birdies on the ground. Eventually, when we get the black chocobos to flip, then grab a land, boosting the Shrike Force in the sky. If we actually get to keep Shrike Force around, equip 4. Oh, it's equipped 2. Oh, they still have a great swing here with the lightning, guys. We don't have the block with the Shrike Force. The Dragonfire Blade boosting it to a 5/4. Easily gets it around the Shrike. Okay. All right, yeah, we need some removal off the top, I would say, to get through this lightning. Also, if they only have 3 mana, that's great news for us. Bladehold War Whip. Oh, wow, they're just taking the turn for setup, guys. That could be really good news for us. Yeah, now they don't have the swing. Ambrosia can come down, bounce the side quest. We get the Scry too, which is pretty good. Ooh, another Shrike Force is pretty good. But I still want to double down on side quest next turn, so we're just going to send it looking for removal, and I hope that's okay. Let's go ahead and bounce the side quest. Healer's Hawk is pretty good. Side quest, come on down. Scry. Fabled Passage. Yeah, the landfall's good for next turn when we flip the side quests, I guess. But, no, I still think it's better just to look for removal. Ooh, Bartz and Boko. Yeah, that's removal. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Okay. Swing with the Shrike Force in the air. Still just way too good of a block on the ground with the lightning. Alright, what we're hoping for here, guys, is number 1, survival. Number 2, flipping both side quests. Yeah, we can't have another instance of the opponent dealing 21 damage to us in one turn. So let's actually get to next turn with 4 or more birdies on the board. It's great news that this was tapped land for real. Again, they have the Dragonfire Blade to oh, Basilisk Collar. Okay, I'm actually surprised they're not. Wait, am I missing something here? Equip 4 costs 1 less to activate for each color of the creature it targets. So lightning, it should only be 2 mana to target the lightning, which would be really good for them. Oh, it's only 1 mana. Oh, Blade Hold, making it cost 1 less as well. Oh, Basilisk Collar onto Double Strike Lifelink. Okay. Wow, they keep the lightning back. They don't want to tap the lightning down. But then we just win in the air with the Shrike Force. They go up to 9. We take this. We don't block, right? Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, both of the side quest chocobos about to flip. Oh, hexproof from monocolored's pretty wild stuff, huh? Alright, we'll grab a Fabled Passage, I guess. Since it's coming out tapped, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna go back up to 14 off the lifelink on... yeah, I guess another Fabled Passage, right? Anyways, we have 10 in the air. So we swing with the Shrike Force double strike. We don't have to worry about the life gain on lightning. I don't think it would have mattered though. Let me double check, right? Let me view the battlefield. Yeah, this doesn't give double strike. It's just first strike, trample, lifelink. Yeah, it did have hexproof from monocolored, so the Bartz and Boko wouldn't be able to take it out. But Bartz and Boko could have taken out the Rebel at the very least, right? But But anyways, for the lightning, I mean, wow, these were 8/3s? Holy cow. And the black chocobo doesn't like exile and transform. It just transforms. So since they were already on the board, these can attack too. Yeah. With only a block with lightning, they would have gained 5 at first strike, right? And then we just had way too much damage. But also, if we didn't have all these tokens, if they would have found more removal, then the big thing would have been just swing in the air with the Shrike Force, get around the lifelink that way, which is what we ended up doing. But we could have full swung. I just wasn't taking the risk first for some reason. I've been a much more cautious player recently. I blame the power level of Standard, let me tell you. Yeah, not swinging with lightning on the last turn. A big part of that was the fact that they were tapped out. They missed their 4th mana for a couple turns in a row too. I think they would have swung with lightning if they could have kept a couple mana open for like a lightning helix or something, right? And also not running into removal there was pretty essential. Opponent goes first. We're going to give it a shot. This is definitely like, well, this is probably the worst hand of the evening, but double Questcaller isn't terrible. Traveling Chocobo, that's good. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll give them less information about the deck list for the beginning here. See what they ramp into off this Llanowar Elves. Oh, Outcaster Trailblazer. Nice. That's pretty good. All right, side quest. Raise a Chocobo. Nah, I'll start with the Valley Questcaller, actually, so we can get some scrying in. It's also less likely to be picked up by, like, a fight or bite, but either way, Trailblazer's going to be 4, and they're ramping pretty significantly here. They can go right into a 5-drop for the turn. It's a 4-drop, which is still really good for the opponent. Especially since they draw off the Trailblazer too. Alright, well, the hard-hitting question does take care of the Trailblazer, which I'd say is relatively essential here. I'd love to actually pick up the Llanowar Elves too, but this is a problem. So we want to start with that. Next turn, Fabled Passage. I'd love to get the Traveling Chocobo down first too, but we also get a scry off the second Questcaller, which we might as well do before the hard-hitting question. A Thicket we can send successfully. And this is Sorcery Speed. We want to do it now. Great news, guys. The Llanowar Elves was not a Snakeskin Veil. They did not have, like, a protection spell open. Ooh, Sazh. Okay. Grab another Traveling Chocobo. Oh, actually, we can grab the Bartz off the Sazh. It'll be pretty good once we actually start getting more birdies down. We're going to start with Traveling Chocobo before the land, guys, because we could find land off the top here. Wow. We do find land. Do we keep it? We get 4 scries. I'm going to say we'll send it, and we'll just find more mana eventually anyways. Like Healer's Hawk, we could play the Fabled Passage. No, we can't. We're about to shuffle. Maybe I should have kept that land. Okay, a Plains. I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm doing with 4 scries in a row. I do know one thing. I wanted to play a free land off the top, so it's actually going to be more land next turn, too. Let's scry it away, I guess. It's a birdie entering, so this is cool. Sidequest Chocobo. It's actually pretty good, right? I'm going to keep it. Yeah, because we can double down on Sidequest Chocobo, get a couple more birdies, and then a whole bunch of scries off of that, too. No swing. It's a good board state. Surak and Goreclaw. That is terrifying. Oh, buddy. They go for that swing. Heck yeah, they do. I'll take it. All right. Sidequest Chocobo. Hey, Cavern. Hi, Cavern. We'll play ya. No worries there. I guess we call birdie. I guess it doesn't really matter. It hasn't mattered. The cavern hasn't mattered. Wow, Bartz and Boko off the top. Oh my. We could do 3 mana, or we could start with Razorverge Chocobo. Cavern called birdie, so 2 mana Bartz. Because we could find a Healer's Hawk off the top then too. Which I guess, no matter what, we want to keep Bartz, so we just click done. 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 All right, Bartz and Boko. And we're going to take out that Surak. Oh, it happens twice. Oh my goodness, guys. The Traveling Chocobo. Oh my goodness. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I'm going to keep the other Valley Questcaller. I guess. I don't know. I don't know, man. Because we could have looked for like a Healer's Hawk, but that's crazy, dude. Holy cow. Are there green board wipes? I don't know. We also have the Black Chocobo ability happening twice here. I guess we'll completely play it out, right? Valley Questcaller. We only get 2 scries. I'll click done. We don't know what's in their hand, guys, so I am going to try to completely play it, but I'm not going to play Healer's Hawk before the swing. It does look like something, guys. It does. I mean, they have 7 mana open. There could be some crazy surprise. Oh, bro. The last 3 cards in their hand? I think we still get the damage through, but that was crazy, opponent. Oh my goodness, if the last 2 cards would have gained them more life, what if it was like double Vaultborn Tyrant? No, we still had -14. That was crazy. Thank goodness we still decided to completely play it out and still play. Well, wait. I mean, yeah, no, it was fine. It was fine. Yeah, I'm glad we still played the other rabbit to still boost wide and everything. -14. It could have been worse. It could have been. Yeah, double Vaultborn Tyrant. I don't know how much life gain that would have been, but if I didn't play the other rabbit, if it was double Tyrant, I mean, dude, wow. One more game, guys, while I have you here towards the end of the video. Make sure you check out that description where we do have that Discord link, as well as that Patreon link, too, if you're interested in joining either of those up or supporting the channel that way. Also, guys, for the YouTube side of things, if you like the video, please drop it a like. And if you enjoy the channel, then please consider subscribing, because it really does help out the channel. So thank you, guys. Yeah, I appreciate you. All right, opponent goes first. The hands have been great. I mean, this is so keepable, man. Putting a Sheltered by Ghost on a Sazh's Chocobo is quite possibly like it's the best creature to put a Sheltered by Ghost on in the deck list, probably. Ah, with no targets, but we could still try it. I almost missed the second Thicket in hand. Yeah, I guess we don't. Wow, we get the one through. Traveling Chocobo in that last game was crazy business, guys. 3rd mana, Storm Chaser's talent. So they must be missing some key pieces here, guys. 2 mana open. I'm gonna save the Sheltered by Ghosts. It is sticking here. A boost onto the Otter could kill the Sazh's Chocobo, which would be pretty bad, actually. But it's a boost that's not hitting our face next turn. I think we go for it. We get it through. That's great news, man. I'm going to try the Traveling Chocobo, even though the Shrike Force would be pretty good here, especially with Sheltered in hand. It's just Traveling Chocobo is wild. Okay, next card is the greens. To generate even more birdies. Combat tutorial. Nice. They draw 2 and they put a counter on the otter. If they swing, they're getting that through. Like, no matter what, we are not blocking with the Traveling Chocobo by any means. Yeah. I don't know exactly what they're held up with the 1 mana. They're probably getting relatively scared of all the birds that we have on the board. Oh yeah, so they're definitely getting the 4 through here. Yeah, no blocks for sure. Now they have a chump blocker with the 1/1, which is pretty good for them. We do find a Healer Hawk off the top. I'd say that's worthwhile playing to see if we find land underneath. It's actually going to be a Traveling Chocobo underneath, guys. Wow. But we should probably just go Sheltered by Ghosts for the turn. Get a good full lifelink swing. Get the Verge down. Again, it would be pretty good. I mean, utilizing like maximum amount of value out of the Traveling Chocobo is also pretty good, but this is a little better, right? We get rid of their chump blocker because now we're pushing the aggro damage through, man. I mean, they're down to 7, we're up to 23. We have 2 flyers in the air. They dropped the GGs. I suppose we could die. I mean, they have 5 mana open. It's actually just going to be a stock up, though, which is great news for us. Yeah, they missed their Quarry Steelcutter. And if they would have found their Quarry Steelcutter, I think this game would have been completely different. We probably would have been forced into an early Sheltered by Ghosts to pick up the cutter. It would have just completely changed our lines, right? Roaring Furnace. Deals damage equal to the number of... Oh, they're going to take out the Traveling Chocobo. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, they have a blocker on the ground. Oh, yeah, it doesn't... Wait, it does matter. No, I was going to get the Shrike Force down. Okay, that's fine. I was going to say, we could have played Traveling Chocobo and then doubled the number of counters on that, but... Yeah, it doesn't matter because we need more flying power here. We do go up to 31. More flying power. You guys don't suppose they have a board wipe packed in here, do you? You guys don't think. They're not going to drop an ill-timed explosion, hit everything for 6 damage, right? Right, guys? Ill-timed explosion with the room, actually. It can't be. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, guys. I'm not on the edge of my seat. I'm completely calm, confident. Guys, could you imagine? Yeah, ill-timed explosion, discard the room. They're at 5. If they can find a way to pop the Sazh's Chocobo and the Shrike Force, we only got 4 on the board if we miss a land, which we probably won't, because if we miss, we could play Traveling Chocobo to try to find some more. They're going to pay the ward. They're going to go ahead and bounce the Roaring Furnace instead of the Storm Chaser's talent. So we still have enough on the board here, unless they can find 1 mana way to get rid of the Shrike Force. It's just going to be a Burst Lightning, though. Wait. Actually... That's only 4. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking differently here, but hey, Sheltered by Ghosts. Good draw. That's a good draw. What do you guys think? Wow. First of all, it's incredible that the opponent found a way to survive for the turn, right? Absolutely incredible. And I completely overlooked that. I was thinking like, yeah, they have to pop the Shrike Force, but it was much better to just pop the token, because that made it so that way even if we saw land, we weren't going to win. We only had 4. So instead, we saw one of the only cards in the deck list that could actually help us push the 5 damage through on that turn, which is crazy. We were handed it by getting that second Sheltered by Ghost right away. That being said, if we missed the second Sheltered by Ghost and we got them down to 1 on that turn, the opponent was probably still stuck between a rock and a hard place. Still really, really good play from the opponent in that last turn. That was really good. Selesnya Chocobos. Yeah, here's the deck list again, guys. Cool stuff. I like the one Sazh. I don't know how necessary it is, but it's cool that we get to find whatever bird we want, and we got plenty of birds to choose from in here, right? We have 19 birds out of our 24 creatures. Of course, the other ones that aren't birdies are the Valley Questcaller and the Sazh. And even when there's 24 creatures in here, we also have the greens, which is generating even more creatures, and we have the side quests here generating creatures too. So kind of sorta like having 30 creatures. Half of the deck list is generating creatures onto the board, which is why removal like Sheltered by Ghosts is really good. And just in general, like if we had less creatures in here, we might have a couple Sheltered by Ghosts and a couple Get Lost or something instead, right? Because there's moments where you won't have creatures on the board. But Sheltered by Ghosts is just so essential in so many games. We had a chance of winning versus the Rakdos deck list, right? I'm blanking, dude. I've been playing way too much Magic since Final Fantasy came out. All the games are blurring together a little bit. Anyways, Sheltered by Ghosts, going to be essential in so many games. It's going to be the only reason you win some games. There's going to be other games where you're like, oh, if I just would have seen a Sheltered by Ghost, we would be fine, right? So that happens a lot. It's a ridiculously powerful aura. And then a couple hard-hitting questions. I do like these in here. What do you guys think? I think it's, number one, I think it's important that it's not a fight and that it is a bite. Number two, I think it's important that it hits planeswalkers too. I am seeing a good amount of Liliana still. And other planeswalkers show up from time to time that we wouldn't mind popping, right? Now, also, hard-hitting question, you know, we can easily get the power of our chocobos to a pretty good range, especially like Sazh's chocobo and stuff. Or if we're just boosting our chocobos with the Valley Questcaller, and maybe we dropped a land on the same turn, it's pretty easy to get the chocobos to a good power level to do some good damage on the hard-hitting question. Healer's Hawk, man. 1 mana, 1/1 flying lifelink. It's a birdie. It's like I said, it's all it has to be, right? It just fits the theme. The lifelink is really good. Getting the boost from something like Valley Questcaller is ridiculous, actually. And speaking of bite spells work really well when you have lifelink like Healer's Hawk or lifelink from Sheltered by Ghosts too. Ambrosia. Yeah. I like this. I wouldn't play with 4 because it's a legendary creature. It's just really cool that you can bounce a land, but also just bouncing Sidequest Chocobo to actually play it again. Sidequest Chocobo, flipping into the black Chocobo multiple times today. Okay, yeah, wasn't too hard to do this, huh? And then Landfall, just boosting all of your birds, and you don't have to worry about having haste or anything because it was already on the board. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. And you know, when I went over the deck list, I think I said like, oh, I'd like 3 of these, but the 2 Bartz and Boko was fine too. It's actually cool that we can search for Bartz and Boko off the Sazh as well, since it's a human bird, right? So yeah, and the mana felt great, didn't it? I don't even think we need the double Cavern of Souls, but I will say this, man. There are still going to be plenty of moments where Cavern of Souls protects you from a counterspell that was essential for the opponent. So, yeah, the 2's worth it, but it wasn't essential today. So, I don't know. It's probably worth it. What do you guys think? Speaking of, what do you guys think? Let me know what you thought of the deck list down in the comments for sure. What would you add or take out? Do you think we should visit Bant Birds? This felt pretty good today. I guess it's Chocobo Aggro too, right? Like this was not mid-range by any means. And it kind of did the aggressive thing nicely. Maybe a little more sustainable than hyper aggro, right? So, but not as fast as hyper aggro, of course, right? It's just a little bit more sustainable maybe because of all the life gain and stuff. Guys, I really don't have too much else to say here. The Traveling Chocobo, this was a little bit of an MVP today. These are really powerful abilities, man, for real. And when a lot of the deck list is land and a lot of the deck list are birds, you're going to be hitting off that bottom ability often. And it's actually pretty hard to play around that effectively. A little bit more practice would go a long way. And then also pairing Traveling Chocobo with the Scry on the quest caller is crazy, because then you can scry so many times after playing a bird or something, get exactly what you need on top, and then play what's on top with the Traveling Chocobo ability. Quest caller, Traveling Chocobo, heck yeah, man. I liked that a lot. The double greens, I could actually see 1 greens, maybe more removal. It depends what you're seeing in the meta, right? Or maybe we drop 1 greens, go up that third Bartz and Boko once we get it. That's possible too. Guys, go ahead, put it on the do not craft list. That is not saying anything about the deck list. It actually performed quite well today, right? I think so. But it's just one of those things where no one knows where the meta is going to settle. It would really suck to use your precious wild cards and then the meta settles on the exact opposite side of the deck list that was cool at the beginning of the set, but now it's getting obliterated by the meta or something, right? So wait a couple weeks to spend your wild cards, I would say. Outside of that, if you have all the cards already, this was fun, man. This was a good time. I do recommend this if you have all the cards. And you could potentially do some trading out based on your collection too. There's going to be some issues, like not having all 4 Traveling Chocobos is a kind of an issue, but 3 could still work well. And then you could go up a budget card like Shrike Force as a third of 2, right? Go down to 2 Traveling Chocobo. It just felt like such an essential bird to have in here. I guess, yeah, 2 could still work. It could. And you probably could go up, like I said, a budget bird like Shrike Force, and then maybe another hard-hitting question or something too, right? So you can do some trading out based on your collection as well. Another budget bird is actually the Gysahl Greens too, right? This is just a common, generating that Chocobo at 2 mana. That's pretty good. You could go up a couple of those, do some trading out for some of the rares or mythics as well. And there's some budget options for mana base, but I'm not going to take the time to go over that right now because this was not a budget birds deck list. A budget birds, is that possible? It might be. We'd have to like cut the Traveling Chocobo and whatnot though, so it really depends. But there are some, I mean, like Healer's Hawk's common, the Sazh's Chocobo's uncommon, Sidequest Razor Chocobo's uncommon, the Greens is common, Sheltered by Ghosts, of course, is very budget-friendly, powerful removal, so that's just uncommon. Ambrosia, uncommon, right? There might be budget birds. There might be a way to do it, but yeah, you're definitely missing some power by dropping things like Quest Caller and Traveling Chocobo for sure. Anyways, guys, enough rambling. If you made it this far into the video for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.